So always, as another great adventure ends, it's time to go to the dump station and dump the tanks. I'm going to show you how we do it and some of the tips or tricks that we use to get it ready to go for the next trip out. Now, there's one thing about this. It always seems to be an ugly subject about using the holding tanks and dumping them. You got to remember two things. It's your waste that you're dumping, and dumping the holding tanks in an RV is probably cleaner than picking up after your pet. Okay, when we go to the dump station, we use a 6-foot hose. We're going to hook the hose to the camper. Make sure it's on. We're going to stick the hose into the sewer. Now, this is a little non-typical. Usually these drains will be right at the concrete level. So now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open the black water valve. We're going to let it drain. Okay, now once it drains, we're going to go in and we're going to fill the toilet bowl with water and we're going to flush it one time. Okay, so we have the water in the toilet bowl. We're going to flush it. This helps flush out anything that is in the black water tank. Okay, so after we've done that, we're going to just kind of pick the hose up and we're going to walk it and get the water out of it. Okay, now we've got the black water drained. We're going to shut it off and we're going to drain the gray water. The reason we do the gray water last or second is the gray water will help flush and clean the black water out of the hose. Okay, so the gray water has quit running, so it is emptied out. Once again, we're going to walk the hose out. Make sure everything's out. You shut the lever off. Now, typically this will be lower, so you generally will not have to walk the water out. So we got our valves both closed up here. So now what we want to do is undo our hose here. Hold it up and let the water drain out of the hose.
You're out of the...
And then we're going to come over here. We're going to take the garden or the hose here and we're going to rinse the inside of the hose out. Pick it up, drain the water out of it, and then you're ready to put your hose back in its storage area. So what I like to do next is I like to put the chemical in the toilet, the amount for the gallons of the holding tank, and then flush it and let it go into the holding tank. The other thing that I do is I put chemical down the sink so it goes into the gray water tank. I put the amount in for the gallons of the tank that I have. Now this helps do a couple of things. It will help keep the odor of the tank out of the camper when it is sitting for a period of time, and also going down the road the water will bounce out of the traps into the tank and it will keep from getting odor back in the camper from that. Also, the other nice thing about this is when you are ready to go camping the next time, your tanks is already treated and you're ready to go. So the last thing you want to make sure that you do is you want to make sure that you put your cap back on your trailer on your sewer connection. Okay, that's it. That's how we dump our holding tanks. Hopefully this has taken some of the myth out of it. It really is not as bad as some people make it sound. One thing that you can do that helps is to get either polyvinyl gloves or latex exam gloves, and you can wear them while you're doing this operation. The other thing is we like to have at least a quarter of a tank of fresh water in our tank when we're traveling. That way if we need to stop and use the restroom or wash our hands or something along the way, we have water in our camper to do that. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.